campaigns and how they want to act on certain policies, and
For sure, policy over party. It's not just like, oh, I'm a Republican, so I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. It's more policy. What I do is I go online, I take quizzes about political things, and then they match me with
They tell you who to vote for.
yeah, pretty much. They tell me like which one I'm most similar to.
Go based off of consistency. I know a lot of candidates like to change their standpoints and viewpoints based on reactions they get from the audience, which isn't really cool. Like Trump, for example, said some really racist shit, and now he's trying to be cool, like he didn't say some racist shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, shit like that. I'm sorry, man, for the vulgar language. You know.
I agree, consistency in a candidate, but I also look for like a candidate who's socially aware and socially progressive more than anything, because that translates into like a more positive outlook.
I vote depending on what my dad votes, because he's the one who's more like interactive with the government and watching the debates and all that. So if he's like, oh, we should vote for this person because blah blah blah, he'll give me his reasons why to vote for that person.
It's never based on which party the candidate comes from. It's the policies they actually push and their kind of background, how credible the candidate is. It's never about like who they represent. It's about what they represent, the policies they're willing to push forward.
I think democratic socialism is the best way to go. Free medicine, free education. Obviously, I'm biased towards that because I'm a college student and I'm not looking forward to paying that amount of money for going to school, but stuff like that, I think that our society can really benefit from it.
Not really, kind of. Well, like it's in between, because like if it's like the ad is like being exaggerated. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like if I see another candidate always like pointing out different like candidates and say, oh, he's bad because of this, he's bad because of that, like I see more bad of him because he's like talking like bad about someone else. I was like, you're just gonna keep pinpointing and not take any responsibility, or I don't know.
I don't really pay attention to the ads, mostly just because I focus on more of like I was saying earlier, like the person's views. So I just pay attention to that.
I can't say for sure whether I dislike them or not. I mean, to me, everything's fair in a fight like that. You can't defend yourself with a bad person. Whatever they're saying about you that's bad is probably true, or at least try to defend yourself, you know. I guess it's all fair to me. Honestly, I'm not too sure.
I don't watch.
Yeah,
I don't watch.
yeah.
I haven't seen anything actually.
Yeah, not really.
Well, we can definitely see that whatever news organization this is, controlled by, they're not supportive of him, right? So it's already casting a very biased view. It's all negative stuff.
Yeah, see, like stuff like this. I mean, there's always gonna be like money involved in politics and shit like this, and all it is just a big show. Like, who has the most money? Who can make someone look like the worst candidate?
I'm heard hate speech, racial division.
See, like things like these are just really detrimental to the whole like presidency run period. Because it's like you have shit like this. How does that make it? It makes the country look like a joke. Like other times, like globalization and shit. Back when Hitler was popping, bro, those would have actually had effects. Like, oh man, I'm not voting for this person.
Yeah,
he has a big ass nose. I'm not gonna vote for him.
Probably have to do my own investigation on that. But most of the time, those ads I feel like are 99% untrue.
I believe it does, because that's what college students and students that are ready to vote are. How should I say? They're exposed to it on a daily basis, and that's where they get most of their information from and their knowledge from. So yes, I believe it's a sort of propaganda that the media uses to influence your vote.
I agree with it. Otherwise, they wouldn't spend money on it. I mean, it has to be a proven factor in order for them to spend so much money to help get their word out there. So yeah.
Yeah, TV has such a strong influence on people.
They might, yeah. I think like propaganda can be like very powerful, and the point is to sway people like towards a certain side.
Yeah.
So I think definitely it can.
I do pay attention where the information is coming from. If I happen to know any affiliations that they may have with certain, maybe political parties, I try to get my information from independent credible sources, so I know that those are more likely to give me a more objective view.
I haven't watched the debates, but I've kind of like been reading up on things. And
So you use social media more then?
Yeah.
Avoiding questions, and you can tell when someone's trying to avoid answering. Because it's probably not what someone wants to hear. So you can tell when people are trying to avoid certain questions. And, you notice it.
Like a lot of people are saying like Bernie Sanders is like way too old to be president, but his like morals are like kind of like, you know, like
straight, so
I
think age should kind of be put into thing, just because you can see like Obama was younger when he first started his first term, and that aged him so much. So putting it on someone else that's already older, I think that could be very, very stressful for them. But if the best candidate is someone that's older, that's something we're going to have to deal with.
It's based off how much political experience you have, and out of all the candidates, Trump really has the least amount of experience, and he's failed so many times before. So why wouldn't we let a man like that be in charge of the nation?
Well, like, would you vote for someone that like has no political background? Would they like you like everything they say?
Probably not. I think having some experience is important. I mean, like, you're going to be president of the United States. I think having some sort of political background is really important.
If I like some of what they were saying, then I would just tell them to go get more experience. Because then I'll vote for them.
Yeah.
What they do in office,
Yeah,
more
it
than definitely, because the acts that they push, or like the bills, it's all about your knowledge and your understanding.
It's all about what you're trying to bring to the table.
What's your platform? You know, like you could be young and cool, but if you're like, yo, I'm trying to decrease tax rates for the rich and increase the tax for the middle class and cut off like exports, I wouldn't even hear you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Obama plays basketball in his spare time.
That's cool.
That didn't help people
vote
for him at all. So
yeah, I didn't vote for a nigga because he played basketball.
Yo, I play basketball too, motherfucker. You gonna vote for me?
I play soccer. Exactly. I don't even care.
Exactly.
As much as I love Trump, I'd go with Ben Carson. I think he's a better fit for the job over Trump. I think Trump's in it just for the fame and fortune, rather than the actual.
You mean those things go? I still haven't found a person that I completely go for, but I know Donald Trump is not one of them.
I know they're probably likely to vote for Hillary Clinton. I think that, first of all, I think she has a lot of credibility because of the experience that she's had politically to now being the center stage. I am a feminist myself, and I think that as much as men try to understand women's issues, they won't ever be able to.
I voted for Obama because my dad was saying that. I'm like, hey, he did one term, maybe in the second term he's gonna do something different. But then that disappointment, I picked him because of the immigration thing. Like, I'm like, oh, he's gonna try to get me people. But then another disappointment.
The last election?
Yeah.
You don't mind me asking?
Obama.
Yeah.
He had really good political platform. What he had going on, the whole change thing. Everybody was on board. And personally, I was pretty excited to have a black president. I was like, yo, man, this is gonna be tight. I didn't want to vote for him just because he was black, but he did have some good political views that he had in his campaign. So
I just wanted to vote for a Democrat personally.
Yeah, Democrat, and he was like after Chicago.